Hey Glam fam, welcome back to my channel. Today will be a little bit more different than our normal videos.
Makeup. Like over the years I collected so many different things. Before I transition in with that purple. So we're gonna go into this palette in the shade.
For today's video, we will be creating this smoky eye look to match my Jackie Aina perfume for my perfume review, as we discuss signs that it might be time for a career change. Okay, so we're doing a little multitasking here, and I sped up the video so my voice does sound a little bit like I am like inhaling helium or something like that, but I did want to speed up the video so that, you know, we can get to the point. If you're into vanilla scented perfume, you should definitely check out the review under Jackie Aina's NDA perfume. And yeah, maybe you can get you one because it smells very nice. Also, as a heads up, I will be pausing and letting the audio from this video play here and there when I want you to know some details about the video or the makeup that I'm wearing. But then I am also talking to you from here. So yeah, get ready to have some ADHD fun with me and let's talk. Have you ever sat there and thought, I think this career is not for me? After days, months, years of hard work, sacrificing, studying for long hours, taking out student loans, and missing out on a few things. Like, you chose a particular career, thought it was for you, and realized that it just may not be for you.
When I was on my own at 18, I was in college at the time. And I was in college undecided. I didn't know what I wanted to do when I didn't know what I wanted to do as an adult. I just knew that I wanted to be up under my sister and my mom, my guardians, and that's what I knew. I didn't know about like going outside, paying bills, doing this, doing that. I didn't want to do any of that. And I think I was like 16 at the time, 17, and I remember I had to apply for my first job, and I just didn't want to do it. That made me laugh. Like, I did not want to do that. Like, what the heck? Why did I do this? My sister wanted to do it. I feel like everybody else in high school wanted to do it, but I feel like I didn't want to do it. And anyway, so
it was me just rambling about how when I was younger, I didn't really have any job that I really wanted to do. And I just think it's funny that I thought that way now that we're here like years and years later. Feeling of all the hard work and all the time and patience that you put into, your career, and just to get there and it not be what you thought it would be or what you were told it would be can be devastating in my opinion. And I do understand that there are some people who will continue in that career although they're not happy, or it's draining them or just affecting the person that they are. Here are 5 signs that it's time to change careers and pursue something different. Number 1 is health issues. We will get into health issues right after this clip. This is just something I had to say about something that I thought of while I was doing my makeup in this video.
there was this girl I was following, and I really, really, really liked how her eyebrows looked. Her eyebrows looked so nice. I was like, what is she doing to her eyebrows? So I ended up going on YouTube, and that was when YouTube was just starting out, or I think it was like a few years in. And I just looked up eyebrows or something like that. And that was the first time I saw like someone doing concealer on an eyebrow. And I was blown away. I was like, what is that? What is that? What's going on? Because like when I saw her eyebrows and I saw how nice they looked, I just kept thinking about like, going to the nail salon and telling my my eyebrow lady how to pluck my brows or wax my brows. I was going to tell her how to wax it, like do it like hers. So anyways, yeah, that's when I was first introduced to concealer. So the first makeup like trick, I've seen makeup before, but like lipstick, blush, obvious stuff, eyeshadow, mascara. But that concealer to the brow, that was something else, okay? After that, I went on a rabbit hole and I was watching so many videos like that. And I was blown away. So I had nothing but time. And, I had time to sit there and watch that. And when I was watching it, it made me feel good. It made me feel calm. It made me feel happy.
That was just a little background on what got me to start doing makeup. And in future videos, I will definitely share the full story in detail. So now let's get back into this situation with health issues in a workplace. I really do believe that our health is extremely important. In order to do the job, we need to be healthy. How can I perform at a decent level if my health is deteriorating? This is why I believe that this is the number 1 sign that it is time to change careers or leave a job. Our mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being matters just as much as our financial well-being. So let's always remember that and not try to put one over the other, even though I know that could be really challenging. but I feel that we should be able to make a way. So I feel like if you suffer from any health issues due to the job, then that may be a good reason to change careers or find another job. Second reason why I believe it's time to change careers or leave a job is when there is no interest or excitement in what you're doing anymore. You don't feel as eager to be there as you initially did. Well, actually, it is normal to fade away from how excited you were when you first began that job. But to what degree, like what level of non excitement exists now? If you have like no excitement for being there, then I think that, I believe you could leave that job or change your career. Let's say you're often moody to your friends and your family. You just want to go home. You don't really communicate with anyone. You're eating differently and you're not prioritizing yourself or your health.
I feel like I was never okay until I had an art class for school. I had an art class, and we were required to draw glass on glass. And I still have that picture right over there from years ago. And we had to draw like glass reflecting off of glass, So I did that, and I brought it to school. Oh, but when I was drawing the picture, I felt such a sense of relief. And I've never experienced that before because I was going through issues with my ex-boyfriend at the time. Well, he was my boyfriend at the time, but I don't know if we were I can't remember, it was so long ago. I don't know if we were broken up or if we just weren't talking and he wasn't talking to me at the time and I didn't know what was going to happen. I'm not sure what it was, but I know I was really sad. Like, I was so sad. You know what's crazy? My eyes are doing that, but it actually looks really pretty because it matches. So I drew the picture. I brought it to school. When I brought that picture to school, right? I'll never forget. I will never forget this. I will never forget that all the students in the classroom, they did not draw what the professor asked for. They did not draw what he asked for. I did. And I thought it was normal. They were like, oh, she cheated. She knows how to draw. She cheated. And I'm just thinking in my head, like, I did not cheat. I'm like, no, I don't. I never had no time to sit around drawing nothing. Like, that's what I was thinking. I never had time to sit around drawing. So I was like, no, he said draw glass on glass. And then he showed us a little bit of how to do it. So that's what we did. That's what I did. And maybe I'll take a picture of that picture and then I'll put it in here. I'll put it in this video so you can see it. So, yeah. So anyway, and I said, wow, I can draw. Then we had a sketchbook. And he told us that we had to draw in that book, I think, once a week. And so I did. You had to draw like certain different objects and then tell him what it is and stuff like that. And I did. And then when he seen my book, he was like, "This is good." He was like, "This is good. This is good." And I was just like, "Oh, really?" I was like, "Oh, okay." And like now that I think about it, it's like I wish I would have followed my intuition and my thoughts back when I was in my early 20s. And when I messaged this girl on Instagram, I thought about doing makeup. When I taught myself how to do makeup for about a year or two, I thought about going to school for it. And I asked this girl. Her name was like Poor Aesthetics or something like that on Instagram. And I asked her if she went to makeup school, like how does it work and stuff like that. I'm still working and I'm in college. And then she told me that she told me about esthetician school. I should put that message here too. Like just to help me, just to remind myself of what to do. I'm gonna do one of those numbers. Yeah, so she said like, oh, you don't really need a makeup license. You can go to school for esthetician, like to be an esthetician, and that kind of supports that makeup umbrella if you want to own a business. She said something in that nature. And I was like, okay, and I think I just never went back to it. But I did think of it often, but I just don't think I went back to it. And now that I think about it, guys, now we're going to go into that white that I was dreaming about the whole time. I think this is all I'm going to do for my eyes right now. I think this is dramatic enough. But this is the palette. I love this shade right here. I'm just tapping it a million times. I want to try to copy what this girl did here. It looks like she got real dramatic right in that area. So that is what we will be doing today. And I am going to bring on the drama.
That was just a short explanation on the fact that I'm good at drawing and I'm good at doing makeup, and I didn't really realize it until it was a little bit too late in my opinion. But then again, nothing is ever really late. And yeah, when I think about it, I feel like I should have went back and decided to become an esthetician back then. I didn't, and I wish I would have. But guess what? Years later, I decided to. So like 3 years ago, I decided to go to school while I was working during the day. I went at night and I actually obtained my esthetician license. Okay, back to the 5 reasons to know that it's time to leave a career or a job. So sign 1 was health issues. Sign 2 was there's little to no excitement, no interest. And sign 3 is you're not performing well. I believe that every single one of us has a purpose on this earth, and I believe that we are all good at different things. So when people say that they're not good at anything, I feel like that is untrue. They just haven't found that thing yet, or they just don't have the education to find those things that they are good at. There is ways to figure out what you're good at. Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences exists of 8 different intelligences.
Let's just go on with this black liner. Guys, I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I could just blend this out. I'm just trying to copy her. I'm going to show you the look again. I know you've seen it already. You can always rewind the video and see it too, but... Oh my God, is there no more in here? This should retract, right? Why is it not retracting? Really, you played me? Oh, yes, I did it, y'all. Yes, y'all, yes, y'all. We did it. Okay, so we're going to darken up this outer edge here to give it like a little more intensity and to lift our face on that area a little bit more. Wait, is this dried out? What's going on? What's going on, Clinique? So, where was I? Where did the story just end? Wow, it's not working. Wow, it's not working. Did I drop my liner? Oh, I got it. Guys, let's just do the liner. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. I'm about to cry.
Okay, back to Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences. I believe that I am interpersonally intelligent, okay? This is one of the 8, and that means that I have the capacity to understand and interact effectively with others, including empathy and social skills. I am also intrapersonally intelligent, and that is the ability to understand oneself, including one's own emotions, motivations, and goals. And the last one I think that I'm really good at, but I'm still good in other areas, but I'm really strong here, is spatial intelligence, the ability to perceive the visual world accurately. There's also linguistic intelligence, which is the ability to use language effectively. Logical mathematical intelligence, the capacity to think logically. There's other information, but you could just do your research and you'll be able to really see it. There's musical intelligence. There's bodily kinesthetic intelligence, the ability to use one's body skillfully and expressively. There's naturalistic intelligence, the ability to understand and appreciate the world and nature. As a former educator, I definitely agree with this.
I also study psychology. And I feel like, oh, hell no, that shit. Jesus Christ, we gotta fix that. What the hell? But I'll finish after, like, the next video. We're not done. We're not done. Hold on. We're not done. I'm trying to get myself together. I want to talk about what we're going to do.
The 4th sign it is time for you to change your career or job is you realize you are naturally good at or highly interested in something different. You may enjoy or be good at cooking, researching, drawing, sales, managing, planning, leading, mechanics, just to name a few. You may be able to turn this hobby or passion into a career. We'll dig deeper into how we can do this in my future videos. And last but not least, a toxic work environment is definitely a reason to change careers or your job. A toxic work environment consists of bullying, harassment, excessive criticism, lack of communication, and just a general sense of fear or distrust. If you often find yourself in a toxic work environment within your career, then maybe it just isn't for you and you should pursue something different. I feel like there are so many things that is unsaid when it comes to choosing a career, and I just wish that back then they gave us more education on what type of career to choose and why. And I wish that we were able to really reflect inward to really see what it is that we would want to do. So I'm going to create more videos like this and share my insight, share my story, and I hope I helped someone. If I did, leave a comment below, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. This is the makeup I did for my perfume haul, so check out the perfume haul if you would like, and let me know what you thought about this video. I will create different videos along the way, and remember, you matter, and enjoy your day. Later.